Alright guys, so I'm doing my best I can. I want to read Dracula, and I've never read it before, so I'm reading it with you guys, but I am not the best reader in the world. But I'm going to do the best I can. We are on paragraph 2 in Dracula's story. I think this was made in like... I wish I would have wrote it down. I can't remember if it's the 1800s or the 1900s, but it's pretty old. This is the original Dracula. It was on the dark side of twilight when we got to Bristiz, which I'm definitely pronouncing wrong, which is a very interesting old place, being particularly on the frontier for the Borgo Pass. Leads from it to I'm just going to spell out the words if I don't know them from this point on. Bukovina. It has had a very stormy experience, and it certainly shows marks of it. 50 years ago, a series of great fires took place which made terrible havoc in 5 separate occasions. At the very beginning of the 17th century, it underwent a siege of 3 weeks and lost 13,000 people. The casualties of war. It certainly is a quaint looking place, with many curious signs of the old times. Apparently, there is a good deal of German influence, for the houses are of the sort one sees in the old towns at home or in the Netherlands. So if you're just here for the verse, we're done, guys. But I love the breakdowns. They explain the verses a little bit better to me, and they'll help explain the verses a little bit better to you. Dark side of twilight. This line sets a moderate, almost eerie atmosphere, hinting that things are getting darker, literally and symbolically. Interesting old place, stormy experiences. Jonathan is entering a region with a long, violent, and dramatic history. Mentions of fire, siege, and death. This shows that Bristiz is marked by tragedy and struggle. Quaint-looking place. Certain signs of the old times. Suggests a town where the past still lingers visibly. German influence. Harker notes the agriculture reminds him of home, giving a sense of contrast between the familiar and the unfamiliar. Summary of this. Jonathan arrives in Bristiz as evening falls, describing it as an old town with a turbulent past, marked by fires, war, and death. Despite the violence in its history, he noticed its charm and German agriculture influences, drawing a connection between the foreign place and something familiar from home. Reflection. Now we see the first true clash of beauty and horror. In Dracula's world, Bristiz is both quaint and scarce. It's a reminder that even the prettiest places can carry deep wounds. The paragraph also shows how the past is not forgotten here. History hangs in the air, something that will become more apparent as Jonathan moves closer to Dracula's castle, where ancient things still walk. The paragraph invites us to consider how places carry memories, what stories do streets around us hold, even if they look peaceful on the surface. Like where I live, one of the biggest battles in the Civil War happened, like right where my house is. And so yeah, you never know the history of your place or where you're at unless you look into the history of it. So I look into the history of where you're at, guys. Like I said, one of the biggest turning points in the Civil War happened right where my house is. So kind of a neat thing to know. Know where you're from. Know where it is. Like, comment, and share, guys, and we'll see you out in the next video. Peace.